all to the 2023 10X Growth Conference right here in Las Vegas. And for some of you, welcome back. Who's coming back for a second time? Excellent, excellent. Okay, and for those of you who have never been here before, let me hear 10X. Wow. Wow, that's crazy, okay? So welcome home. If you've never been here, you are now at home. 10X is a place where you can meet people, where you can get along with people, where you can think big, go big, and nobody's gonna tell you, slow down, son. Nobody's gonna tell you to sit down, be less, think smaller, okay? First, before I get into the conference this weekend, I got a few people that I need to thank if you guys don't mind me doing so, all right? First, I wanna thank my amazing wife, Elena Cardone. You'll see her in just a few minutes, okay? We got a week. This weekend's gonna be sick for you. Ridiculous. I wanna thank my family, Elena, Sabrina, Scarlett. You guys, you know, a family. How many of you have families here? Dude, family's everything. Don't be moving a goddamn teleprompter, bro. I know what I'm doing. See a guy rolling up on me, thinks I got ahead of myself. I know what I'm doing, man. Stay with me, okay? Look, I cannot personally, when I think about my life without a family, there's nothing. All the success, the books, the money, the cars, the plane, without having somebody to share it with, I can't even imagine it. And Elena and I were talking last night about how the family in this country is under attack. And Elena's goal is to make sure the family unit stays the family unit and it becomes a cool thing to do, not an old thing people used to do. So Elena, Scarlett, Sabrina, wherever you guys are right now, if you're watching this, I cannot imagine my life without you. Elena, happy Valentine's Day. To all the ladies out here, the moms, all the women, happy Valentine's Day. I wish I had roses for all of you, but I left some of that on the blackjack table last night. Elena, by the way, I don't tell you often enough how awesome you are, phenomenal you are, how good a friend you are, how great a wife you are, so I need to do a better job of that. How many of you here need to do a better job of thanking your wife? Yeah, that's right, okay? Come on, how many of you here need to do a better job? It ain't just me, is it? Okay, she's an amazing supporter of me. She believes in me. You know, when you get somebody in your life, whoever it is, mom, dad, uncle, aunt, wife, husband, somebody that believes in you more than you believe in yourself, Michael, you know, like when that happens, man, all of a sudden people can do more than they thought they could do, okay? Elena's a great mom, a great friend, and she's a great leader. Sabrina and Scarlett, real quick, if you guys are watching, and I think you are, you guys, like, how many of you have kids here? Man, dude, you guys are ridiculous. I cannot imagine not having children. I only wish I would have had more of them. I wish I had like 5 or 6 of them, a clan. You guys are completely different as individuals. You're completely different. You're super intelligent. Both my kids are so phenomenally intelligent, impressive, just phenomenal human beings. And both of them do so much for me. Like, I thought when I was growing up, I didn't get married or have kids until I was 51 years old, because I thought having children and a family was gonna hold me back. These kids, you know, we had Sabrina when I was 51. Let's see, what am I, 65 next month? So 13, yeah. So I was 52 when we had the first kid, Sabrina. And I thought, oh my God, it's gonna stump me. Then we had Scarlett. Neither one of them stunted me. They just made me bigger and they made me more excited. Scarlett, you're a magical, super easygoing, cool, hilarious, caring, super original person. So I just want to thank you, Scarlett. If you guys don't mind me doing this for a second, just to thank my family. We don't know how many more of these that we are gonna do. Like every time we do one of these, we're like, hey, we're gonna do another one. So I just want to thank them while I can thank them. I remember Scarlett, she was about, I don't know, 8 or 9, 10 months old. And I was getting out of this Hummer. I was in Los Angeles, California. I had this green Hummer that I ended up losing to my twin brother playing Halo. And we would play for big money. And I'm like, shit, I can't pay you right now, dude. I'll send you the Hummer. So I'm getting out of this Hummer. There's a Great Dane in the back of it, this beautiful brindle Great Dane. And I'm getting Scarlett out. I got her in my arms, and I'm getting out of in the garage. And I have this 8 or 9 month old in my arms. And I slip on the running board. And I'm falling onto the concrete. And the baby's literally in the air. And all I could think about was, save the baby. And in that moment, Scarlett, you don't know this, but in that moment, I met a part of me I had never seen before. I cared about another human being more than I cared about myself, okay? And if you guys ever get the pleasure, the opportunity to care about somebody else more than you care about yourself, we hit the ground, I hit the ground, she didn't hurt herself. I was so proud of myself, you know? For you guys that don't have any electrical abilities, you know, or you don't know how to use a hammer or a screwdriver, you know, you have to fix something. I'm so proud of myself. I fixed something, right? Well, that's how I felt about myself when I saved Scarlett right there and she didn't get hurt. Sabrina, man, you're so fast. You're intelligent, you're a hard driver, you're articulate, you're just a phenomenal person. Sabrina hangs out with me all the time. We just finished shooting a show called The Real Estate King. We finished 10 episodes. She was a trooper, worked with me. My first child proved to me that I could be a father and a good person when I didn't know that. You don't know what you don't know. How many of you heard that before? You don't know what you don't know. I remember taking this kid at 6 days old and putting her in a swimming pool and putting her underwater. And everybody's like, what you doing, man? I said, I'm teaching her how to swim. Okay, I'd put her underwater. At 8 days, I had her where I could put my foot on top of her and be like, let's see how long she can go. And she'd pop back up. She'd be all happy, okay? This is a true story. I ain't playing with you right now, okay? Okay, this kid at 6 months old could hold on to my neck and I would swim the length of the pool underwater, only because I allowed her to learn how to do something early on rather than waiting, okay? And I didn't want to put a big gate around my swimming pool and protect it because I thought the swimming pool was beautiful. I said, rather than putting a gate around the pool, why don't I just teach the kids how to swim? And she can, okay? My family has given me everything, folks, okay? And the way for me to extend my family brings you into this. I want you to be part of my family, okay? I only have 2 kids. My wife and I are not gonna have any more children. I'm 65, she's having a big birthday this year. My family has given me resilience, inspiration, thoughtfulness, persistence, reflection, new levels of creativity, purpose. If you guys are missing purpose, man, how do you find your purpose by yourself? You don't. I extend my family. How can I extend my family? Through you guys. We consider you to be part of our family. You understand, brothers? That's right, brothers and sisters. Some of you are older than me. How many of you in the room are older than me? You sure sound good. You're older than me? Give this lady a big hand for being here. You're older than me? That's amazing. You guys look awesome. So look, 10X is about us expanding, extending ourselves through other people. People that don't look like us. Black, brown, white, okay? Other people, younger, older, people from all parts of the world. 10X is now all over the world, okay? And we're in a bunch of different verticals, a bunch of different businesses, because we want to be with people that are doing well, people that have a purpose, people that are employing people, people that are doing something every day, people that are exchanging with the marketplace. So I want to thank you guys for being here and allow us to extend through you. I want to thank Sherry Hamilton, Jared Glant. You guys know those guys? They were here from the beginning. We had 3 people in our company, 3. There's 263 employees in Miami. There's another 800 with the real estate, 200 plus employees. Can you show the video of these guys loading up this weekend? This is the hardest working group of people in the world right here, okay? I don't know if you guys got that video. The Airbus, we rented an Airbus. You guys got that, Johnny? Flew the team in. They're here to support you. If you guys are here on the team right now, let me hear from you. No, my team, my real team. Yeah, these idiots. Look at these freaking crazy people. We rented an Airbus, flew them all in here, okay? Some of these people have never been to Las Vegas before. They're getting an opportunity. This is extended family. This is how you extend a family, you understand? You can actually extend your family and your purpose through businesses, through taking risk. This is the hardest working team group of people in the world. My people work more weekends than probably any other group in the world. Last year, we helped millions of people, tens of millions of people, reach people that were being affected or negatively impacted because of COVID or the virus or the not COVID and the not the virus. And the pandemic or the plandemic and the good news and the bad news and the goddamn ivermectin. I remember when I couldn't even say that word. And then the first time I said ivermectin, they shut my systems down. With all that going on, we were reaching into the marketplace and helping people, inspiring people, giving people a purpose. That's what business is about, folks. We're helping these kids, 233 employees, have a purpose, have a career, learn how to work, learn how to show up on time, learn how to have integrity, learn how to come to Las Vegas in a weekend and not go do stupid stuff because they know they'll lose their job if they don't. Okay? This is the team, by the way, that will help you through this weekend if you want something. We want you to get stuff from us. We want to do more stuff with you, not less stuff, okay? All right, in 2022, let me just go back a second because I do want to talk about the rest of my team, Cardone Capital. I'll give you that in a second. 2022, let me tell you what our team reached. Now, I remember when I had 3 employees, and the goal was, if you've ever had 2 or 3 employees, the goal is keep all the money. How many remember those times? I'm gonna keep my expenses low. I'm gonna make a bunch of profit. But I couldn't expand, I couldn't grow. Last year, we had 468,000 users on Cardone University because I decided to extend my family. Almost 500,000 active users, okay, on a platform that teaches people how they don't have to go to school. 1 billion lessons were delivered last year on that platform, okay, through 500,000 people. Last year, we put on 1,048 live events because of the staff. How many of you were involved in one of our events? Good. You're involved in this one, so you could say, yeah, I probably was involved. Shit, I'm in the room right now, okay? 5 million people on my email list. Say 10X if you're on my list. 601 million emails sent out in 1 year. How many of you got more than one email from me today already? How many of you have tried to delete me from your emails? You tried, didn't you? You tried, okay? You tried, but I pop up on your YouTube. How many of you have seen me pop up on your YouTube apps? You're like, fuck, dude, bro, I can't go to YouTube without seeing you, okay? 5 billion emails have been sent out by these 233, 5 billion emails. So when you guys start thinking that you sent too many emails, oh my God, Michael comes to my office and don't send me another email. Sure, I'll never do it again. Okay, and then he gets one 3 minutes later. I told you not to send me any more emails. I know, I told you I wouldn't, and then I changed my damn mind. Okay? We got 17 million active users on our social media platforms. We think that number 10X's. We think there's probably 150 to 200 million people actually viewing. We sent out, or we believe, that my guys can't even calculate this number. They told me that we had 110 trillion impressions. I'm like, that's impossible, dude. Okay? Any number below that I would be happy with. How many agree with that? Like any number, okay? So I just want to thank the team for doing a great job in making sure we get out there. How many of you had never heard of me before you ran into something on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram? Help me out here, okay? How many first time you ever saw me was on YouTube? Say 10X. How many first time was Instagram? How many at TikTok first time? Okay, all right. Your kids, I get your kids there. Okay? All right, so thank you guys for finding me. Thank you guys, Mark Zuckerberg. Thank you, Google. Thank you to these liptoids over there in Silicon Valley that create these massive multi-$100 billion platforms that I can puke on and then reach the good people, okay? Give yourselves a big hand for being the good people, by the way. You're the good people. I've decided, I anoint you. You are the 10Xers. Okay, the good people on the planet. Okay, Ryan Secco, my guy Ryan Secco, Cardone Capital. Ryan, thank you for being here. This guy found me on YouTube. This guy was flying a plane for Delta or United, all the same. Had his little wings. Told your little kids when they got on the plane, hello, would you like to come sit with me in the cockpit? Let me show you all the gadgets, okay? This guy was the youngest pilot with United, okay? Tens of thousands of hours flying a plane as a young pilot. He found me on YouTube, quit his job with his retirement package, flew out to Miami and came to work for us. That was what, $1 billion ago? He and I raised $1 billion. That's how I judge everything. I don't judge things in time, I judge it in money, okay? You should do the same thing. $1 billion ago, okay? So Ryan came to work with me. He started learning real estate. He said, Grant, you should let other people invest with you. You should democratize the real estate that you're buying. You should let the little guy invest with you. Another group said, Grant, what you ought to do is you ought to just go to Goldman Sachs or Blackstone and get the money from them because they'll give it to you. And Ryan and my wife said, no. Let's let the little guy in. Let's let the everyday person in. So in the last 3 years, we started democratizing great properties, allowing everyday people. I don't know if you guys have those properties back there just to show you some of the stuff we bought in the last 3 years. Democratizing everyday families, allowing you to participate in making the deals that we buy. Look at this. We just bought this in Scottsdale. 77% occupied when we bought it. Bought it from Goldman Sachs. Stay there. Bought it from Goldman Sachs. 20 million less than they paid for it. Took advantage of an opportunity. And we're at 90 what? 93% occupancy in 2.5 months. We closed the deal. They owned it for 6 years and never got it above 80%. We were there one day and had 3 leases that brought it from 77 to 95. Why? Because we're real people. Goldman Sachs now, all of them, all these institutions, they have so many assets. They got so big, okay? You can get so big that big becomes a problem. Everybody agree? How many of you know this saying I have? Assets can become liabilities, and liabilities, you got to learn how to convert liabilities to assets. Okay, like I have a lot of liabilities. How many of you in the room got liabilities? How many handicapped people in the room? Well, you guys are stupid. Everybody in this room's got a handicap. How many handicapped people in this room? You think you got to have one leg missing to be handicapped? Or you got to be in a wheelchair to be handicapped? How many handicapped people in this room? We're all handicapped. Man, if you're operating below your potential, you are handicapped, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? You understand that? I can't see things. I was with a guy that he was blind. I said, bro, what's it like to be blind? Tell me. First question I asked him, tell me, what's it like to be blind? I said, how much can you see that I cannot see? He's like, oh, I see many, many things you can't see. See, because my eyes become a liability, right? I lose my ability to have sensation and perception. You understand? You guys need to know what your liabilities are. You need to know where you're handicapped. You could be the richest person in the world and still have handicaps, right or wrong? Right or wrong? You guys here with me? Were you guys up late last night? Okay, so look, we've been working this real estate thing, these big giant companies. I started studying, hey, what are their liabilities? Where can they not move? Where can they not go? What can they not do right now? Well, when you get that big and you're a big institution and you got a big board and you got a bunch of people driving in limousines to work and living in an ivory tower, they lose their ability because of the amount of money they have to move quick. So we bought that deal. Another deal we bought, Delray Beach. This was one of our first deals. And these are institutional quality assets that are typically only reserved for the richest, not families, but the richest institutions on the planet. Okay, just spin through some of those. We just bought that a year and a half ago, 10X Miami River, phenomenal property. We're about to buy a property next door to it. AEW, who is this? That was AEW. Yeah. AEW, we bought this from. That was this one's EQR, we bought this from. We bought this in Fort Lauderdale, fantastic property. I think we're at 98% occupancy right here. Just fantastic. If you're invested in that deal, let me know. Great deal. Worst performing asset last year was 10X Living at Grandview. It did about 2% cash flow, but it's worth $60 million more than we paid for it. So we're gonna probably be all right there. 88 acres in Austin. We closed on that in about 60 days because nobody else could respond in the marketplace at that time. So just wanna thank everybody at Cardone Capital for helping me extend. This is the stickiest, smartest thing I've ever done in my business, was literally allow everyday people to invest with me, because we send you money. We sent out $50 million last year to people's 401ks, IRAs. When I send you money, how many of you get money from me every month? Yeah. How many of you pray for me to be well? The people that invest with me are like, please let him do well, okay? Let Grant do well. In every religion, okay? I got Muslims, I got Palestinians, I got Jewish people praying for me, the Baptists, the Christians, the agnostic, everybody's praying for me because they want me to do well and they want me to keep sending money. Smartest thing we've ever done is allow people to invest alongside with me and then send them money. It's the best thing that we've done because it creates a very sticky family, if you will, okay? By the way, the biggest groups in the world, the Blackstones, the Goldmans, the JP Morgans, they're watching what we're doing. They're trying to figure out how to duplicate what we do. This should be an example to you that no matter how big somebody is, you can still compete with the biggest in the world. You can actually grab market share from the biggest in the world if you look at what you can do that they can't do. I wrote about this in a book called If You're Not First, You're Last. Look for your competition, make a list of what they can't do. If you're willing to do what they can't do, you'll own that market. This room right here, for instance, we spent $11 million on this the next 3 days, on you. This is what $11 million looks like. I'm looking around, I'm like, God damn, man, where's the 11 million? Okay, that's what it takes to put on an event like this. This is a conference room, you understand? This is rigged, okay? This isn't like some very cold, are you guys cold right now? Is it comfortable? So you ever been in one of these rooms where they freeze you out because they want to keep you awake? Because they didn't want to spend the money on all this. So they're like, just turn the air conditioning down, freezing to death, all right? Sir, can you do me a favor, my friend? Where you going, man? Where you going? My God. What you're surrounded by are 155 rigging points, okay? All this was pulled to the ceiling. There was nothing in here. Johnny, do you have a picture of this room before they came in? Yeah, there you go. This is what this room looked like. Flat floor, no stage, no lights. Everything was rigged, okay? 2,200 LED panels in this room. 30 million pixels surround you right now, whatever that means. 325 light fixtures, 12 50-foot semis pulled this equipment in. Hundreds of technical staff, 20 terabytes. How big's a terabyte? No clue. Okay? Look, I look around you guys right now. You have no clue what you're doing for me right now. Okay, by being here. I can't thank you enough. I remember first deal I ever did, I was in Rockford, Illinois. There were 6 people in a breakfast room. The breakfast room had to be maybe this little panel right here, maybe to here. It was a makeshift little place to eat in a conference room. They put a table in the center, put 6 people there. I walked in and did a presentation. I was scared. How many have been scared doing a presentation before? Say 10X if you were scared ever before in your damn life. I don't know, I ain't never been scared. Okay, well, you're just a damn liar. I'm shaking, man, shaking. I'm in Rockford, Illinois. It's cold outside. I don't know where I am. I don't know who I'm talking to. People look weird to me. I look weird to them. I'm scared. I got this little cheap suit on. I probably was packing 5 suits with me, 5 pairs of shoes. How many remember when you rolled on the road, you brought everything with you because you were insecure? Okay, you weren't sure about yourself. I didn't know what I was doing. Did the presentation, it was a flop. How many done a flop before? It was terrible, man. I even hated it, okay? The client told the guy I was working for, he's like, bro, never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. the next 3 years, I would do 8 to 10 presentations every day, 250 days in a year, without exaggeration, 3,000 presentations a year, 3,000 presentations a year for the next 3.5 years, tens of thousands of presentations, where I'm knocking on a door cold, walking in saying, hey, let me present to your people. About what? About something. That was my first opening. About something, I don't know, something. What can I help you with, okay? I had to get good at something. Nobody knew who I was. I hadn't written any books. My name meant nothing to anyone, okay? For any of you in the room that are trying to become something, okay? The first thing is you're gonna suck in the beginning. If you think you're gonna be great in the beginning, you're arrogant at best. Okay, you're not gonna be great at the beginning. And if you're great at the beginning, wait until you look at yourself 3,000 presentations later and look back at yourself and you're gonna be like, dude, I just thought I was great. You gotta find something, ladies and gentlemen, that's driving you to do those 3,000 presentations. My overnight success looks like this: tens of thousands of cold presentations on audiences that did not want to see me. There was nobody paying $20,000 for a seat. Thank you for the diamonds, by the way, making this happen. Diamonds. You guys up front, hey man, we couldn't do this event without you, okay? So I wanted to be one of those guys. If you guys have ever done self-improvement, and obviously you have, you're in this room. I wanted to be those guys that I studied when I was 25 years old. Those people I'd heard about when I was 23 and I was on drugs. And I'd pick up an Og Mandino book. You remember Napoleon Hill? You remember those guys? Okay, Og Mandino. This is all black and white. Norman Vincent Peale. I remember reading William Clement Stone. He was one of the first people to ever teach sales in this country. Zig Ziglar. You know the pictures of those giants, those legends? Can y'all pull that up, Johnny? Where's my guy at? Man, he's supposed to be on this. There, see, you guys remember these guys? When I saw these guys and read their books, I didn't just take the information from the books. I'm like, I want to be those guys. I want to be one of those guys. I want to be somebody that people know me for helping other people, okay? I remember when I heard Martin Luther King say, I have a dream. I'm like, I want to inspire people. How many of you had that experience before? I want to move people to do something good. When I heard John F. Kennedy, I want to learn to be a great speaker like that. I want to learn how to have charisma like that. I want to be a person of influence and leadership. How many of you in the room want to be an influence? I want to offer guidance, okay? But look, first I had to pay the price. You're going to have to pay the price first, folks. You can't just be Martin Luther King. You just can't be the best out the gate. You could say you're the best. Ali did, okay? But he still had to go out and fight, right? He had to prove it. I had to find my magic. You're gonna hear about magic this morning, okay? I had to be great at first, if you're taking notes, building an audience. I had to get an audience. It didn't matter what I said to him. You guys worry about the content. Content ain't nothing if you got nobody to talk to. How do you fill a room up? By the way, every seat in this room is oversold. The person sitting in that seat, you see that guy sitting in that seat next to you, ma'am? Right there? Yeah, he paid for that twice, all right? I was going door to door. This was my overnight success for 20 years. Not for 2 years, not for 3 years, for 20 years, okay? This was what had to happen. I had to do that before the books, before the millions of audio downloads, before the deals with Amazon, okay? Before the publishing deals to the TV shows. This was before 60 or 70,000 social media posts. This is before social media existed. Johnny, you got that first video I did? We thought we were going social on YouTube. I don't know if Johnny's got that one video. Watch this.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and I want to talk to you about what we're going through economically and how you can make sure that you don't get affected by this economic crisis that they're calling it. Number one, right now in times like this, where there's tightening, price increases, fuel's going up, food's going up.
God damn, I look good right there. Brandon, huh? See, Brandon, never changed. I always look good. So check this out. Johnny, can you show the rules of success? We were actually taking video like this. There was a training program dropping it on YouTube, and I thought I was being social. Our first YouTube video, okay? It's been up there 14 years. It still only has 4,000 views. Watch this. Look at those pants.
Has studied success since he was 10 years old and applied the principles in his life and in his businesses. In this program, Grant will introduce you to the single rule that is responsible for more success than any other rule. Show up.
The number one rule in creating success is to show up, to merely
Okay, that's good, Johnny. Shit, I can't even look at that anymore. Hey, there's no color in that hair, by the way. I know some of you think, oh, he must be coloring his hair. No, there was no color in the hair. Never been any color. So that was called the Rules of Success. I shot that in one afternoon. I had a group coming out, wanted to do this thing on ASTN. It was a satellite training network. There's a little takeaway right here. Everything you see and everybody you hear from this weekend, by the way, there'll be a takeaway. Something that you should be taking away for your business. I don't tell stories without giving you a little clue into like, bro, this is what it takes, okay? In that video, that last one, I'm 31 years old. A group calls me and says, hey, we're gonna be in California. I was living in San Diego at the time. We're gonna be out there and we wanna shoot a program around you. It was an automotive satellite training network. And I said, great, while you're out here, because they weren't paying me anything, I want to shoot this other little program. Since you guys have your cameras here, it'll take like 30 minutes, okay? They said, good, no problem, send the script. I sent the script, 13 chapters, okay? And they're like, bro, this is gonna take 3 days. I said, no, it ain't gonna take 3 days. If it takes 3 days, I lose interest. We're gonna do all this that afternoon. We shoot all your stuff, and then when you're done, I'm gonna shoot all my stuff. If I can't complete it, you leave, no problem, okay? How many of you listened to the Rules of Success before? Anybody in the room? Yeah, that was created in like 3 hours. One time, 31 years old, didn't really have any clue what I was doing, but they were out there shooting anyway. And if you have an opportunity, any one thing happens, add a second thing. Anytime we do one thing, we add a second thing, okay? The breakfast meeting this morning. How many were at our $1 million breakfast this morning? Guess what? We do a 10X growth conference. We add the growth conference. It becomes the main thing. It is the main thing. And then we start stacking stuff in front of it. You understand? We never do one thing, ever, okay? It doesn't take much more energy to cook 2 eggs than it does one. Somebody will eat the second one. You get it? Okay, so we added this breakfast meeting to the 10X Growth Conference, marketed this, and then said, hey, by the way, we're doing $1 million. How many $1 million producers in the room? How many of you have $1 million business? Let me hear 10X. Good, 10X. How many of you have $1 million business? How many got $1 billion business? I see, we got a problem. How many of you'd like to have $1 billion business? Why not? Somebody gonna. Folks, inflation, is inflation real? Except with your goals. You gotta inflate your goals now. You gotta put some inflation on your dreams. Okay? So we added this second thing. How many people showed up this morning? Okay, we had space for 400, 520 showed up. We turned 120 people away. So tomorrow morning, if you have $1 million business and want to eat breakfast with us and be in a network of $1 million, 7 o'clock in the morning, willing to get there at 7 o'clock in the morning, go to grantcardone.com/breakfast, grantcardone.com/breakfast, and we'll give you the location of the breakfast, okay? Breakfast on me. Look, in the beginning, folks, it was hard, okay? I'm telling you, it's gonna be hard for you. How many are willing to go through the hard? How many of you are willing to go through the insecurities? How many willing to lose the money, the time, the energy, and the resources, okay? To me, it seemed like it was never gonna happen. How many of you ever felt like, man, it's never gonna happen. I'm never gonna get my break. It's not gonna happen. 2008 comes, pulled the rug out from underneath me. I was doing everything right. 20 years of saving money, okay? It was hard, it was sluggish, it seemed impossible. There was little slight moments of breakthroughs and then big setbacks. It's like 2 steps forward, 2 steps backward, 2 steps forward, 2 steps backward. How many have that experience? Could never really get ahead, man. Look, I'm making a little bit of money. This is how I was thinking back then, saving all of it. Working out of my house. How many worked out of your home before? Oh, saves me an office expense. Okay, contracted all my labor, thought that saved me money. Had a half of an employee, okay? I would buy a printer at the end of the year. This was my big tax savings. Hey, let's buy a printer. I'll buy a computer. Write my taxes off $2,000. It was insane the way I was thinking, okay? 2008 comes, pulls the rug out from underneath me, and that's when I wrote the 10X rule. And the 10X rule showed me, hey, bro, you're thinking too small. I wasn't even planning on writing a book. The book was for me to figure out. The 10X rule was a discovery of what had I done wrong. Why had the rug kept getting pulled out from underneath me? Why would I take 2 steps forward and then find myself in the same place? Why? Because I didn't take 10 steps forward. If you take 10 steps forward, very, very difficult for somebody to bring you back to 0. Would you agree? Yes. I wrote that book, put a cover on it, called it the 10X rule, and the book took off. You guys loved the book. The book became an inspiration. It became more of a book. It became a community of like-minded people, okay? Our first conference, this is our 8th one. We call it our 7th one. Our first one was in Cabo. There was 80 people in the room. The room might have been the size, I'm talking about, this is the room back here, 80 people. And we thought it was a big deal, okay? And this thing took off because you responded to it. Now we got this, 5,000 people here, 20,000 people online. I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. This is proof. This is proof that when you achieve a goal, okay, to become an equal to those you have studied. You know those black and white pictures of Og and Napoleon Hill? One day, I'll be in those images because of you guys. And hopefully, I will serve as an inspiration to those of you in the room who want to inspire tens of millions of people. I don't want to keep this to myself. We want to make this 10X thing bigger, okay? If you go on iChat right now, and I did this last night, do you have the iChat set up? I said, hey, what is the 10X rule? You got that picture of that? So they can see I didn't make this up. It says the 10X rule, what is it called, AI chat? Chat GPT. See, I don't even know what it's called. It says the 10X rule is a concept popularized by entrepreneur and author Grant Cardone. I did not popularize this. You did. I wrote it. You made it popular. You guys get that? I can write it. Other people have to make something popular. Okay? Advocate setting goals and taking actions. Johnny, can you show the exact image? I sent you guys that image. Taking actions 10 times greater than what originally was planned or you thought possible. Now, if Chat GPT says it, it must be true. Everybody agree? The premise of the 10X goal is that by multiplying one's goals and efforts by the number 10, individuals can achieve extraordinary results, overcome challenges that may have seemed insurmountable. 10X represents big thinkers. I'm talking to you now. I'm telling you what it really means. 10X represents you guys, big thinkers. How many big thinkers in the room? Yeah. 10X if you're a big thinker. How many big dreamers in the room? You got big, giant dreams. You won't even talk about them, okay? How many big, massive action takers do we have in the room? That's what 10X is. 10X is not for people that ponder and think and analyze and over-organize and plan and wait and procrastinate and bitch out, okay? And whine and moan and groan. 10X are doers. You guys are doers, okay? 10X is a universe of like-minded people who believe in expansion. Let it come to you, Brandon, okay? People that want to scale their businesses. How many want to scale your business? Good. People that want success and then want more success. People that want to be a good example to their community. Want to show people what's possible. See, 10X isn't about money. 10X is about an example. When I see you guys expanding, I'm like, oh, God damn, I can do this too. 10X is a community of people who know success is important. How many of you grew up and somebody, when you were growing up, said success is not that important, just be happy? How many of you heard this before? How can you be happy without being successful? Because if I'm not successful, what am I? Unsuccessful. There's no in between there. Oh, where's the balance, Grant? Show me where the balance is. In the dictionary it says success, unsuccessful. Where's the middle? What's the middle thing? Is that purgatory? This is a community of people. You guys, for the next 3 days, at least the next 3 days, you're a community of people that know success is abundant and possible for anyone. White, brown, black, young, old, everybody can have this thing. You're gonna have to work for it. And that's what that book did. It inspired you and me and us and my family to do bigger things than we were doing. That was just 12 years ago. In the last 12 years, everything I've accomplished happened in the last 12 years, not the first 40. The first 40 got me ready, okay? The first 40 got me ready, but it was the last 12 years of throwing wood on the fire and more wood. So this 10X, this next 3 days is a celebration of you and what we've created here. Power. When a group of people get together and think big together, when they work together, when they partner together. Brandon Dawson and his team, Cardone Ventures, the things that we've done with our clients. Give Brandon a big hand, Brandon and Natalie. They're an example. This guy's back is hurting. You all right now? You all right? Huh? You good? Okay. See, when you hurt, you can't show people you hurt. You know what I'm saying? You can't show it. How old are you? 20 what? 23, you can't show it, bro. You can't show the pain. People watching, man. People watching this man. How many agree there's people watching him? Oh, yeah. You're right up in front, bro. How'd you get in front? You didn't even buy a ticket? It's a $20,000 stand right there, man. He don't even know what he's standing in. He don't even know where he's at. How many of you, when you were 23 years old, you were unconscious? Completely like, I don't even know where I'm at. Bro, you in the money right now. You in the goddamn vault, bro. You in the vault. You in the vault of success. Give this man a big 10X. Johnny, can you show me what our partners did last year? I want to just show you what we did with our partnerships last year. We added 16 partners. I don't have those notes in front of me, Johnny, so you got to pull to it because I don't know about heart. When we started doing Cardone Ventures, what we did, you guys can roll to it. I can see it right here if you roll to it. What we did was we went out. Brandon Dawson came to me because of a conference like this, and we were doing Miami Marlins Stadium. No, that's not right. That's what we do for people. Brandon came to me and said, Grant, there's a piece of your business that you're not doing for people. You're not grabbing business owners that want to grow and scale, and I want to do that with you, okay? He came to an event. Yeah, there you go. Oh, man, you guys are good scrollers. I don't think so. I think you went too far now. No, there you go. Oh, yeah, there you go. Look at these groups right here. Can you show this on the screen? Look at these groups. No. Here's a few examples who we helped last year at Cardone Ventures. Da Vinci Medical, okay? They went from $7.9 million of revenue to 12.5 in a year. Fit Solutions went from 12 million to 20 million in a year. Next. Flusel Tube, we're partners with this company, right? $475,000, we only got an $80,000 increase. What's going on there, Brandon? We should have done 10X right there. General Air Conditioning and Plumbing went from $12 million of revenue to, I can't see it, 13 million, not bad, okay? Inland Mechanical, $3 million to $7.3 million. Okay, there. Portsmouth Flooring, 6 million to 11 million, almost a double. Lily's Fresh Pasta, 7 million to 11 million. Who wants some pasta this weekend? Okay, took a multifamily group, mostly multifamily, from 10 million to 14 million dollars. Shore Smile Dental, 8 million, kept it the same. What happened? We had a root canal there? We got a cavity? EBITDA went up 250%, so why am I not showing that? Why am I showing this bullshit? Damn, you gave me these numbers. TRC Electronics, like guys, we're in so many different businesses right now. The overall revenue, how about that, 34 to 48? Picked up 14 for the team. Okay? 10X AMI, 13 million to 16 million. Okay, where's Mike at? Is Mike in the room? 10X Health, Gary Brecka. We 10X that shit. 1.9 million to 19 million dollars in a year. Yeah. Overall, our partners went from 120 to 186 million dollars of revenue in 12 months. Now, why am I telling you guys that? I'm telling you that because that's what I want to do with everybody in the room. We will not be doing these in the future the way we've been doing them in the past. These are going to be reserved for partners. These are going to be reserved for partners, employees, investors, people doing stuff with us. There'll be a day where we don't sell these tickets. This will be reserved for our clients and our partners, our family. We want family, folks. How many of you like to have me and Elaine as part of your family? Some of you have committed. Some people in the back of the room, I don't know about this guy yet. Okay. Dude, I want you guys in the back of the room, in the front of the room. Right? Everybody should have a front row seat in life. Everybody should be winning in life. I need you guys. I don't know where you come from. I don't know what you know. I don't know your part of the world. I don't know how you guys grew up. I can only learn that from you. Singapore, he's in Singapore. Give Singapore a big 10X. Stand up, Singapore. Look at these guys. Make sure you make friends with them. Singapore. What do you know? If they came from Singapore, how committed are they? You can trust these people. They're like, hey, some of you complain because you had to go 3 states. These people flew across 3 oceans. See the difference? That's why we do this, to meet the best of the best. That's why we charge 20 grand for a seat. To meet people that are like, dude, let's go, man. I want to be with a room of people that are doers, that put their money where their mouth is. That bet on themselves, not on a table. Okay? Over the next 3 days, folks, you can expect to be inspired. Can I inspire you over the next 3 days? Can we challenge you? Do I have permission to challenge you? Push you? Prod you? Okay? Look, we got an incredible lineup of speakers. I'm gonna blow your mind with our speakers all week. We got the movie business here. We got TV here. We got media, the top people in media. We got business tycoons, the investment community. We got celebrities. We got it. Okay, we got entertainment for you both nights. Tonight, we got a big party, 2 big parties. Tomorrow night, 2 big parties. So stay with us, stay close to us. We want to help you. This is an opportunity to be in the same room with some of the most successful, influential people in the world, okay? Now, I want to ask you guys to do me one little favor to help me out on something. There's a lot of people that can't be here, okay? There's a lot of people that come from communities that haven't heard about 10X yet. Marginalized kids that never get a shot at this, that are buried in communities that don't have money, don't have resources, and don't have solutions. Can you guys put the QR code up? I want to take 2 minutes to do this. My foundation, do I have permission to do this? Yes. The Grant Cardone Foundation helps kids that are marginalized, kids in high risk cities and families where there might not be a father present and the family has been dispersed or broken. And there's no dad, and the mom is overwhelmed, and the kids are kind of just left to wander through TikTok and YouTube. We want to take those kids and move them to Cardone University, okay? For $10, I can get a kid on Cardone University. We also give this to vets, okay? We have 52 partners with Grant Cardone Foundation that have helped us this year. We've raised millions of dollars. Every $10 helps one kid start to learn about financial literacy, sales, marketing, social media marketing, to get them off the TikTok and show them how to use the TikTok. We do 50 events a year that are free for kids where we put them on 10X Kids and 10X Kids University. Okay, I'm gonna put a QR code up. I wanna put a clock up for 2 minutes. Whatever amount of money is raised in the next 2 minutes, I'm gonna match 100%. Okay, QR code, whatever it is, we raise $2 million, I'll match the $2 million. Whatever the number is, you do it, I'll match it. You do $1,000, $10,000, $500, $20, whatever you wanna do. What is that? Okay, yeah, just tell me what your number is real quick.
5,000.
Just call your number out to me. No, everybody at the same time, just call your number out.
5,000.
Whatever you were thinking about doing, just say it out loud. Everybody at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
5,000.
Okay, so they're gonna keep the timer up. Do the timer up there. 1 minute and 30 seconds left right now. And we're gonna see, all you do right now is do a pledge. We'll give you a link later so we collect the money. I trust that you're gonna send it in. Just do the pledge. Whatever it is, $10, $20, $50, $100. What'd you do, Michael? What'd you do? You gonna hurt me? Because at the end of the day, folks, look, if you build a great business, and whatever's going on in the political world right now, or whatever's going on with this New World Order thing, or whatever was going on to try to destroy the family fabric, if you build a great business and your community's being destroyed inside, it won't matter how good your business is. It won't matter how much money you have. It won't matter how nice your car or your home is, because they'll come tear it apart, okay? And if anybody's gonna change what's going on in our fabric of society today, it's gonna be me and you, okay? So give me a 60-second clock, Sherry. This goes direct to the foundation. I don't touch this money. Goes to the Grant Cardone Foundation. We then put on 100 events a year around the country and around the world. We reached out to 350,000 kids in South Africa last year. I've never been to South Africa, okay? We've been to Chicago, Baltimore, brought kids into Miami, put them on planes, never been on a plane before. We had 50 kids come from DC, never been on a plane. Their parents had never been on a plane. So we want to help those kids. This is the last time I'm going to ask for this help this weekend. Whatever you could do, I appreciate it. Just hit a pledge there. Grant Cardone Foundation, you just take a picture of that QR code, and then I'm going to tell you guys at the end of the day how much we raised and how much I'll match.